Today, we're about the greatest dinosaur documentary of all time. I'm not even joking about this one. This is Prehistoric Planet, the newest dinosaur documentary. This is on. If you have Apple TV Plus, basically, if you have an Apple TV, you should watch this because it is worth watching this show. And if it comes on physical media, if you like dinosaur documentaries, definitely get this. It is worth watching it. I hope they release this on Blu-ray, DVD, and 4K, especially 4K. It would be because, of course, if you get this on Blu-ray instead of streaming, it will be much more better because, of course, you get the better quality of this show. And they have been releasing streaming shows like so often on Blu-ray. I think this will probably come on Blu-ray eventually. I think it will, but Prehistoric Planet is probably the best of the dinosaur documentaries. So basically, you know, this show isn't a bunch of bullshit. Like a lot of the modern documentaries, they're not really worth watching because it's just a bunch of bullshit and speculation that, there's only a couple things that is really speculation as well. And even then, it makes most of his stuff is like realistic animal behavior. Some people will complain about the show because it's copying like so much like real life animals. Okay, here's the thing: real life evolution and how animals live has always been the same. Animals have always evolved to fill similar niches. Okay, hadrosaurs filled the same niche as large ungulates today. Okay, giant titanosaurs and giant sauropods filled the same niches as elephants do today. Okay, and Triceratops and Ankylosaurus fill the same niche as modern day rhinos. So a lot of these animals fill similar niches because that's basically how it's always been. Of course, large Titanosaurs fill the same niches as big cats do today. So it's really just how life has always been. And I like a lot of the things like the Triceratops going in the cave, and some other animals do that in real life. For example, there was also, and it's very similar to Planet Earth, but it's dinosaurs. The CGI is very wonderfully done, and it's very, very realistic looking, and it looks like that you're actually in the prehistoric world. It looks like, animals that would actually exist. And I really like the Rocky of Dinosaurs CGI as well. It looks pretty good. It stands the test of time. But this CGI is really, really great. It's really, really amazing. I like the fact that not all that dinosaurs, the small dinosaurs have feathers and the bigger dinosaurs don't have feathers. Which again, it makes really sense because elephants and rhinos don't really have for that much for bison. Bison have more for, but a lot of like bigger mammals don't really have much fur. A lot of big mammals, they have like a small, weary coating. And of course, in some dinosaurs, like Velociraptors, I think Velociraptors would have had a small covering of feathers. And maybe some hadrosaurs might have had some small hadrosaurs might have had small coverings of feathers as well. Like, modern day, wildebeest and modern day, and of course they don't preserve over time as well. But I like how they basically portrayed the dinosaurs as realistic animals, and they have behaviors similar to realistic animals, and it's those that animals never really have changed. Even 66 million years ago, which is when this movie takes place, or even 20 million years ago, or now, animals have always evolved to fill the same niches over time. Same thing with the aquatic scenes, and they explain. And also, if you have the show on Apple TV, if you do have Apple TV, basically they even explain everything that happens in the show. This is based off scientific accuracies and scientific discoveries. Again, this show might not be accurate in like 2040 as new discoveries about dinosaurs come around. And I think this is the best dinosaur documentary since Planet Dinosaur. Planet Dinosaur, I really liked it because it just showed you a lot of new discoveries. It showed you a lot of new dinosaurs that, and it didn't does, and Prehistoric Planet didn't does the most popular dinosaurs. It wasn't just that's T-Rex, Montosaurus, and Triceratops, and then Ankylosaurus. No more less known species. Okay, and they showed a lot of more unique and interesting species. I think my favorite one was Ginoceras. I've always wanted to see that dinosaur shown in paleo media, and they finally get that dinosaur in it. And also, we finally got a scientifically accurate velociraptor in this series series as well. And also the T-Rex has been scientifically accurate as well. And the younger T-Rexes also had feathers, which most likely that's what happened. Because of the law of size, because T-Rexes need to, because of the and heat and stuff. And again, it was much warmer than it was today. I bet if it was much colder, it was like a modern day environment, T-Rex would probably have a small group of feathers. And even I think sauropods could have had like feathers around the body and more arctic if it was in the ice age like a woolly mammoth did. Because even like a animal like a woolly mammoth needed to have fur, but an elephant in like Africa does not need no fur. Same thing of a rhino or any animals that live in a tropical area. So yeah, if you like realistic dinosaur shows, this is basically the true spiritual successor to Walking of Dinosaurs. This is the real true spiritual successor to Walking of Dinosaurs. And I like that all the love and care they put into this show, and it deserves to have 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Because they put so much love, care, and effort into making the show, and to making the dinosaurs as realistic as possible. And of course, this is of course the first season. I hope we get to see other seasons, going over other time periods as well. Maybe the famous Jurassic period, or other time periods as well, such as the age of the mammals, and of course try to explore lesser time periods to get people invested into them. I think the most underrated time period in paleomedia is the late Permian period. Of course, only really covered by Walking of Monsters and the one where they saw the extinction of the mammal-like reptiles, Animal Armageddon. Other than that, there aren't really many major documentaries that really cover it. Same thing with, like for example, they have a lot of documentaries covering the Ice Age era or the Jurassic period of the dinosaurs. But you never really have anything really covering that era of, and same thing with the Jurassic period, another very underrated era, because you have all of this crossroads of animals, a lot of interesting animals you can show off as well. And of course, let's not forget the age of mammals as well. You can have an episode about Megalodon. Like if it had like 15 million years ago, you can have an episode about Megalodon, which will be like the main draw of the series. And again, you don't really have many documentaries about Megalodon. You have a lot of bad sock movies where Megalodon is somehow back alive. And of course you have the Meg movie, but don't really have many documentaries really showing how Megalodon, and of course Viviatid, which is another very underrated animal that is never really seen in documentaries as well. So yeah, Prehistoric Planet deserves all of the praise it gets from the dinosaur community. It also shows some other animals that are relatively unknown, like the largest frog breeds of Bofo, or other animals like Dinoceras that are very well underutilized. And it wasn't just, and the best part, it wasn't just, and they did have animals like T-Rex and Triceratops. I think what dinosaur documentaries would do is put some popular and well-known animals or some lesser-known. Because again, the popular animals will draw the normies that watch these. But the well-known animals are like, oh, what is this? This is a new dinosaur. I like this dinosaur. It's pretty cool. I like this animal. It's pretty cool. I think another place that they sort of explored was Hetegaon, but they already explored it twice in Planet Dinosaur and, Dinosaur Planet. Yeah, they in both of them. And I also liked a lot of I also like the fact that pterodactyls and pterosaurs all have the pictofibers now, which has been proven they had basically as well. So yeah, that's basically about Prehistoric Planet. Have you seen it? Is it a really good? Did you like Prehistoric Planet? Did you like the show? And that's basically about this video. Goodbye.